Alrighty, so it's been a little bit since we've done one of these, but today I want to go over some of the best teams over on Global and JP Dokkan for the middle of May edition. Now, we've sort of seen the power creep that we're going to see, maybe not even power creep, but the releases, the schedule, all of that fun stuff. The teams have kind of been updated a little bit. We've got some new characters since I made my last iteration of this video. So I just want to go over some of the best teams in the game. Now, before any of you start freaking out, last time I did this, I used the private server. I got a nasty comment basically saying, you know, either I have a stone sugar daddy or I'm cheating, right? Because I'm using the private server. So this is just an easier way for me to display all of the characters in the game. That's why everybody's rainbowed. It's just the private server. Don't worry about it. It's literally just so we can display all of the characters. So just want you guys to keep that in mind. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the first team. Okay, so the top team is the one I want you to be paying attention to. This is always just the de facto best team in the game right now. Just a core of the 10-year anniversary LRs as well as the 7th anniversary LR EZAs. These are going to be 4 of the best characters in the game, and then spots 5 and 6 are a bit of a free space depending on the way you need to do things. Now, I think a great option for this team in that last spot is going to be Go Tanks. I think another really good option for that last spot is going to be this Vegeta right here. If you're playing short form content, I think this version of Broly is a very good character as well. Or if you're looking to run somebody like Beast Gohan, what you could potentially do is take the Vegito side of the leader skill and run him that way. These are very good alternatives for this setup, but you guys can see we are looking at every character that is on the Gogeta leader skill, and you can just pick and choose as you see fit. The new Kale and Caulifla are on this team, Evo Ken, right, or LR Gogeta Blue is on this team, Int Broly, Tech Broly, Go Tanks, Tech UI, AGL Broly, just a lot of really good LRs on this team. The new Bardock, right? AGL Kid Goku, the Dokkan Fest is on this team. So lots of very good options for LRs. I think this just makes for a very good team comp. The 10-year team is still definitely the best one in the game, and that has not really changed with Golden Week and Saiyan Day. I think that is basically going to be remaining the same. So first up, the 10-year anniversary team. You guys know this is always going to be like one of the best in the game for a pretty long time, right? Like anytime I make this video, this is probably going to be the best team up until I'd say maybe the Global Dokkan celebration. Then we can start having conversations about like what other team could be good. If you're running Festival of Battles or a long form content, I think this Vegeta actually works pretty damn well. So you could do something like this, right? Again, running LR Bardock is not a bad idea. The new Kaioken Goku. I don't think that he's going to make too much sense on this specific team composition because tournament participants is going to be a bit lacking. So you're definitely going to want to look elsewhere for that. But overall, I think this is still definitely one of the best teams in the game, or is the best team in the game. Cannot go wrong with number 1 here. The next team I want to focus on in this video is going to be headlined by TUR, STR Cell here. Now, with this cell, tournament participants or worldwide chaos is going to be the lead, but we're mainly going to be focusing on tournament participants. Now, with tournament participants, we've recently seen a lot of new characters that are going to fit in just fine on this team. Lots of brand new ones that are very good, right? So first and foremost, we have Cell himself, and if you want to rotate Cell with somebody, I think the Super EZA Cell is a very good option, or you could run the EZA AGL Cell. We saw him earlier. This guy right here works pretty well, or you just don't run a cell-focused rotation and you can go elsewhere, right? We have the new PyCon. He ends up working out pretty well, right? PyCon's on this team. We have the new Hit's very good. Obviously, we have the new LR Kale and Caulifla, very good character as well. We have the new Kaioken Goku. This team is a bit messy at times, but I think you can really sort of lock in and focus on a certain group of characters and you could make it work, right? We could go more of like a Universe Survival Saga build where we have something like this, and then we bring Kale and Caulifla, right? Then you could bring somebody like Tech UI Goku, or you could run somebody like LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? The Goku Gohan EZA, the AGL PyCon EZA. No, because I don't believe he's a tournament participant, right? Is he a tournament participant? I don't believe he is, because that's from the Hell fight, and that has nothing to do with the tournament. Yeah. Oh, no, he is on there. Okay, yeah. So you could run like this PyCon. This team just has a lot of options, and we're going to mainly be able to take advantage of Cell's domain, and that's going to be pretty helpful for you, right? Goku and Frieza are here, Evolution Blue Vegeta, the UI Gokus. Very, very good team here. AGL UI Goku, you know, we've talked about that in the past. Just very, very consistent team here. A lot of different options that you have now, and a lot of new characters, right? Tournament participants has been getting buffs all year, really since the end of the anniversary, and now you really can take advantage of a lot of the characters that we have here, and you could definitely build a solid team. So if I were to be making the team right now, it would probably be looking something like this, and then I just want to find 2 other characters that work out very well here. Maybe what I'd want to do is like a Tournament of Power sort of base rotation with like Kale and Caulifla and Hit, and then I would run like Cell with Cell. So I would do something like this, and then a good floater would be like AGL Pycon. Maybe not, because he's a little more super class focused, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe you'd want to run somebody else, but maybe like LR Gohan. It'd be a little bit awkward, but you could do something like this, and I think it would work out just fine. So tournament participants, definitely one of the better teams in the game. Let's move on. Next up, I have the Movie Bosses core. You guys know all about Movie Bosses. This is a very, very good team still. What you'd want to be doing is running double of the Tech Broly, and then you just have a ton of different options to make a really good team. So you run Janemba, you run Int Broly, that's kind of like your core 3 right there. Then you kind of got to move around a little bit, right? We have the Super Easy A for Beerus, we have the Super Easy A for Janemba, both very good characters, and then we also now have the Tech Transforming Janemba Easy A, which is going to help with kind of making this team look very nice, right? Going to be good links for the Int Janemba. You have the big bad bosses right there. You have the physical Janemba, and you really can just make this work, right? Where you have a good, like Broly's running around with another Broly, with another Janemba, and you're going to have offense, you're going to have defense on both of those rotations, and then you have floaters as well, being some of the other characters on the side. But if you are going to look for other potential characters, what you'd want to do is have somebody like Super Easy A Broly. That's going to be very helpful. Then like alts for this one, or alternatives, right? Excuse me. Other characters that you can use. You could have somebody like Cell Max, right? You could have somebody like the Broly Trio. The Broly Trio, I think, is a little bit more of a risk-reward type of thing. And then you have AGL Golden Frieza. That's very helpful. Just very good floating options that you have. Just kind of like sub-ins, right? LR Turles ends up working out pretty well. But then you get in a little bit of a jam in terms of who else you could potentially use, right? I think Hirudegarn is a very good character. We've talked about Hirudegarn in the past. Really good unit here. Not really, really good, but he can work. And then Tech Broly as well if you need like a lot of damage. Especially if you're running like Extreme Z battles, you're going to find that this Tech Broly is very, very efficient. So really like the Movie Bosses team still. Can't really say too much negative about it. Let's move on. I think that this team is really good, the Giant 8 Power team, but the issue with it is it's not a very versatile lineup, right? So if we're going to run Giant 8 Power, it's pretty cut and dry. You run Goku, you run Vegeta, you run Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and then you run the Golden Week Easy A's, and then you kind of get into a spot where you're like, okay, now what, right? Where's the other Golden Week Easy A? Vegeta, right? So now you kind of got to figure out, like, who is this 6th character, right? A lot of people like to run this Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, but I know not everybody has him. In Super Saiyan 4 Goku can work. People love to shoot for that character. Not the best in my opinion, but can work in theory, right? Physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is okay. Int Kid Goku is okay, right? I think really kind of like this is sort of the best build for it. Again, we're still really waiting on that 6th slot. Really, it's you-know-who from Daima. People are saying that it's potential that he won't be on there, but I'd hope that he is. But I guess it is true that you truly don't know. So Giant 8 Power, still one of the better teams in the game for sure. Definitely cannot sleep on it. I think it's definitely up there in terms of like some of my favorite teams in the game to use, but can't really say too much about it, right? It's just kind of one of those situations where you just got to think about it. And it's like once we finally get that 6th character, I think we're really going to be in business once we get there. So just keep that in mind. Still really like this team. Let's move on. Okay, so for this video, we're going to do 2 more teams. There are definitely more in the game that are good, but I think 2 is probably a good spot for it, right? Just to kind of round this out with some of the best teams in the game. Up here, we talked earlier about the hit team, but the tournament participants that had some accelerated battle in there, and we are going to be moving on to the Glorio team. Now, you guys know how your boy feels about Glorio, and if you're new around here, we love the Glorio team in this house. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Glorio right here, and now we have a ton of options. This Glorio leader skill is massive, right? There's just so many different ways that you can run this team, but I think the essentials that you're going to want to have are this version of AGL Gogeta. I don't know why I couldn't say that. We have Tech Vegito. You definitely want to be bringing him on the team at some point if you can. right? Being with Battle of Wits and stuff like that. But you don't always have to run that character in every spot. It just depends on the event and stuff like that. You can swap between the two, but usually you want to run both of them if you can, especially if it's a long form event. Then we have other characters, right? Beast Gohan does manage to find his way on the team. Then you just kind of got to look around, right? Like who do you have on this team that you want to run? We don't really have a ton of tournament participants here, so I don't know if Hit's going to want to be like the best setup, but you could run a tournament participants based setup on this, right? Where we just start running characters that are tournament participants, right? We have Gohan right here, we have Pikkon right here. Too much physical, really. You could take Pikkon off. Then you want to just sort of look around, right? We have the cell rotation, so you'd run like AGL Cell, and then you would bring STR Cell wherever he may be, and click you. Problem with the private servers, there's so many characters, man. It's like, oh my goodness. So you'd run like a cell like this. You have tournament participants everywhere. You'd be able to fill the cell domain buff and stuff like that. And you'd be looking pretty damn good. And then I guess somebody else that you could run, if you don't want to just go full on tournament participants, you could also bring somebody like, so you could just do like Hit like this. And then you have tournament participants, and then you can kind of just go up and see who else that you want to potentially run. I think somebody that would be pretty good for the tournament participants version of this team. Why can't I not find him? AGL Pikkon would be a very good option here. Physical Pikkon, AGL Pikkon. I think you'd probably want to go with the physical version if you have them, but I'm sure a lot of people do not have this Pikkon because it was a fairly easy skip, but still a very good character if you want to run him on this team. Accelerated Battle, Battle of Wits. There's so many different ways that you can run this setup. It is ridiculous how versatile the Glorio lead is, right? Because we already talked about it. So it's like a setup that you could do is you could run something like this. You bring AGL Super Saiyan Gogeta, you bring Tech Vegito, you bring Beast Gohan. You could also bring Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then you would just need like one more kind of character that you can park at slot 1. If you want, you could run Super Saiyan 3 into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He's not really going to be a slot 1 character. AGL UI Goku if you're in short form content. Just a lot of different ways that you could run this team, and I think it's just overall one of the better teams in the game and one of the better leader skills in the game, right? So really like this Glorio team. A lot of different ways that you could run it. We love a versatile leader skill in this house, and that is why I have this team up as high as I do. Or not even as high as I do, but one of the best in the game. Okay, so last but not least, we have a bit of an underrated, I think, leader skill because they are not like above 200, but the Tech Gods. I think the Tech Gods have a very, very good setup for some of the best characters in the game. Now, you might be wondering who are we going to be running on this team. It has a very good core of characters. So what can you do? You can run Gogeta. You can run Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? You can run the LR Super Saiyan 4s, and then you just have options to so many different characters outside of the core 4. Right. Also, you can run Beast Gohan on this setup, right? You can run Super Saiyan 2 Gohan on this team. You can run LR Kale and Caulifla, the brand new character on this team if you really want to. You can run the Broly characters. There's just so many different ways that you could run the Tech Gods leader skill and different team compositions. And again, what do we like? We like versatility. I'm not saying this is the best team in the game, but there are a ton of different ways that you could run this setup that is going to work well for you. So this is definitely one of the better teams in the game for sure, and one of the better leader skills in the game that you could run. When it comes to alternatives for this team, again, you're thinking like Tech Gogeta, Physical Gogeta Blue, just characters along that vein. We've got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Super Easy A, and stuff like that. Kaioken Goku actually fits on this team, for the Golden Week release. If we go right down here, where is he at? He should be on Power Beyond Super Saiyan right there. So he can end up working on this team if you want to bring like tournament participants and stuff like that. So I think that this leader skill ends up working very well, and those are some of the best teams in the game. Not every single one. You guys, there's a lot of teams in the comment section below that you guys can leave. Let me know which ones I missed, which ones you guys like to run. I think Demonic Power, the pure Demonic Power, is a really good one. I like the Majin Power setup, the Majin Buu Saga setup. Stuff like that. Lots of different teams that you can run. So let me know down below what you guys think. If you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like before you go, and subscribe if you are new, so that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate, why can't I talk? I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.